Good morning, Aquarius, and welcome to my channel, Joy to the World. I am your reader, Melissa Joy. As I rearranged my camera, the sun, so you could take in the water and get me a little sun shield for my eyeballs, the card stopped, and I saw the bottom of the deck. And some of you have given yourself into believing that if everything would just end, it will bring you peace. You've almost laid in the bed and pulled the grave clothes, the covers up to anesthetize yourself. I split the deck. This is what I get. So are you sure? Are you certain? Or is this just being like pounded by your feelings? Exhausted, weary, drawn out. Is that you? Well, that's apparently what we're talking about today, because this is what is really you. This is what is really coming forward. Maybe you've forgotten it, man or woman. Empress is about the one who gets to enjoy the entire scope of the universe, the one who's in the know, who's on the pulse of it, who has both the mind and the ability, the will and the wherewithal, as well as the empowerment. That's like having big dreams for travel and having the funding to go do it. That's really what this death is being done with, if this is the way it's going to be. And, you know, if you're Aquarian, you've been humping it for a minute. Because Aquarius's role for like the last 20, 40, 50, maybe even 100 years has been pulling this plasma ship, this alien nation here. Those who began to care about human rights or animal rights or the earth or nature or community development, things like that, in the midst of, what was that? The gold cocaine era, like the 80s. Oh my gosh. I live down here in the South, so it wasn't that, but it was all over news. It was all over media. It was in the movies. It was in all that kind of stuff about this fast-paced life and people living hard and fast and getting all the goods and just like living hard and being squanderous with it. And so a lot of people got a distaste for, okay, I feel the spirit blowing in, for wealth, success, prosperity. And that could be what I'm sensing, the bit of conflict here. Now we need to know life is 50-50. There's a difference between just pure riches and wealth. Wealth embodies all of it. It embodies the flavor, it embodies the peace, it embodies the heart, it embodies the connectivity, the meaning, the purpose, all of it. And it does it without all those words. That's why it's so beautiful and delicious, because your wealth is also your health, right? It's that dynamic balance of life. It's a very kind of Sagittarian Capricornian energy. It's where the whole big picture comes together and it tastes delicious and you get to put the food in your mouth, right? And you get to have friends along the way. And she's kind of liking that. She's kind of liking that. So when we have this distaste from others, and I'll tell you about the 50-50 rule first. When you look at, we'll just call money, we'll just talk about money. Rich people, 50% a-holes. 50% great. When you look at poor people, 50% a-holes. 50% great. And you could say, well, they have a right to be because they have it all. No. Their energy is so much bigger, is what I'm saying. It's how they deal and react and respond to their situation. And some say, hey, I'm just going to wallow in the mud hole and I'm going to make it even worse. And it doesn't matter on the rich side or the poor side. That's both. All right? So really, you can just decide in life, do I want to be ridiculous, disrespectful, and an a-hole, you know? Or do I want to be aware and awake and appreciative and connected to myself and divining who I am and allowing the flow of who I genuinely am to move through, because this is who you genuinely are. But this is where you're at. You're letting me know you have stopped your flow, because look what is behind that death card. Did you know? Look what is behind that death card. Did you know? And the Hierophant is showing up here as the money, as the power. And it could be that bit of a distaste of like carrying that burden of like, no, I got this. I got this. I've made it without all that. Why do I need it now? I'm resourceful. I'm creative. And you worn down, you exhausted, and you rolling up in your deathbed with all that exhaustion, all that frustration. It may not even just be longing for death, but your mind might be like, can we speak to you? self. The Spirit is like, can we speak and do anything differently here? Or are we just going to keep carrying around that burdensome attitude? Because when it drains and draws down is you, and it impacts your connection, the Spirit. And you're all about that, about making a difference in this world. And the difference is you, my friend. That difference is you. So we're going to jump into, I'll kind of see if I can leave these spread. It's mind, body, soul reading, right? So we're going to get a little bit into the mind right here. What is at the bottom? Boundaries. Interesting. That showed up in Capricorn. Some of you may want to check up there because they're mentioning Capricorn, Sagittarius already. So it is humid out here. My hair is sticking to me. Look at that. Opening hub. That's kind of what this death is inviting you to do, because death is tired of you, my friend. Oh my God. Death is tired of your ass. It's like, can we please get past the old way? Can we shed the old rituals, the old routines, the old mindsets, the old judgments, the old conditions, and get into the truth of who you really are and get excited about it? Oh my gosh, look at what is behind her. Now that 10 of Cups is a happy 10 of Cups. You got to look at the 10 of Cups, and you can't just say, oh, 10 of Cups, you got this and that coming. No, 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 no. Look at this. Enjoying the fullness of your life, here, now, today, and throughout the expanse of time. Look at the witness that's going on there. Color your world how you want. That might be why they're bringing out black and white tarot. They're like, if you like a purple rainbow, purple, blue rainbow, color it that way. Because this is all about your pleasure and your fun and your longevity. Your longevity. The power is in your hands, my friend. Matter of fact, there's many opinions of power, but it's up to you to choose what is natural to who you are, what lights up your face, and get used to lighting up in front of people. Not just being your authentic self in front of people, but lighting up, having some of that giddiness, some of that mirth and happiness, and just this buoyant, enjoyable spirit. Let that generosity flow. So new beginnings. It says the new moon, and the card is the 2. Breaking through that perpetual winter. I'm just going to stop here, okay? Because in Capricorns, I shuffled and shuffled, and out came the same card. But that would go along with this. Like, death is tired of you. It's like, can we move forward, please? Death is just a moment. It is the ending. It's ready for the new beginning. It's like, stop lingering here. Stop lingering here. Can we move on? Can we move on and turn the hands of tide? Because remember, the Wheel of Fortune was showing up. It's talking about, can we move into this new season? Look in here. Move through here. Get more than just a peek and be like, nah. Of course, it's not going to entice you enough. It's a little keyhole. It's a little gateway. It's a little personal passage. Move on in there, and let's see what it is going to bring. That's what they're talking about, is you are whole, you are well able, you are capable. The money might not be in your account just yet. The opportunities and connections and people groups might not have occurred just yet. But as long as you sit in here at desk, going anywhere but, doing anything but, gosh, okay, hair, I love you, thank you, I'm releasing you to the wind. It kept getting me. They said, get your butt out the way. Get your butt out the way, because they need you to drop that shiz and turn around. Turn around and see what really is heading in your heart. Turn around and be honest and aware about how you really feel. Move past those, like, this energy. Move past this energy and begin to take a look at what all beauty is actually here for you. They're not so much about fixing and dealing and processing. They're more like, just do something fun, something you enjoy. Feel that life breath moving in you. Feel that lift coming in you. Feel your heart pounding again. Feel yourself coming back to life. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. So we're going to take a look at the body. Ooh, who's at the bottom? That's the secret Batman. Oh, my word. And holding the staff of death. And it says that truth is going to knock all this out of the park. It's time to face yourself. Not going this way and that. It's almost like the pillars of that gateway and that opening, right? And here's where you're passing on through to face yourself. Look at that mantle, that blue, that is base earth chakra. That's like the illumination that surrounds the diamond center core that's inside that compressed metal. So you've moved past that. They're like, get to that part, get to the goods, and you are going to understand, and not mentally, physically, meaning you're going to resonate. Your body will be in harmony with itself. And talk about a beautiful awakening. No more rude awakenings. And if you've been rude, stop being rude, friend. It doesn't suit you. You are gorgeous. Look at this. That peace, body, mind, soul, and spirit. Yes, people are going to be able to witness it, so it requires a little bit of vulnerability, a little bit of exposure of more of the white robe versus the black robe, more of the, finding things in common instead of just the bare uniqueness and starkness of that. And somebody get their eyes on you. Angel that leads you into that golden self, into the very center that says, see, I told you. And it's not going to say it with the mouth. It's going to say it with your body, with your feelings. And you're going to be like, sizzle pop. That's the thing. This is you when you won't face it and you're not turning towards it. But like that jackal of truth, when we go through that death and let it end, let it wrap itself up and step into this new life, this new beginning, because plasma's here. So all that extra hard work, all that exhaustion, all that doing it and bringing in, whether people appreciate you or not, that is behind you. It's time to join the celebration of appreciation, of living a life that you enjoy, amongst people that you enjoy, around them when you desire to, doing the things that you enjoy, that you desire, that feed your soul, that lift your soul, that cause you to gleam and shine and lift and breathe, and even the waters to turn and make beautiful music for you. All right, there. Is that it? No, there. Look at your golden self. Look, get over yourself. Step over your own dead body and watch the resurrection occur. Not more of the same. The eyes open with brand new wonder. Brand new wonder. So we're going to take a peek at your soul here real quick. The top is trying to pull off there. Lavario, let love grow, 14. Let love grow. And then look at that choking energy. It's like you still trying to hold on to that last breath. And the old is like, I'm not drowning, I'm not surrendering. It's like you're not drowning. You're being born again. I don't know if you've seen the movie Abyss. It's an older one, but that was a pivotal movie for me, watching the poignant moments in it that really have to do with physical surrender. Physical surrender to something that seems unnatural, but is actually truly natural. That's why it's calling for your death. It's calling for the total ending death. It's like, quit dancing at this door and get into it. Get over it, and not like, get over it. No, step over your dead body. It's like, stop hanging out in the graveyard. I had that epiphany recently, and those tough things are still going on, and they're like, joy, embrace the cheerfulness. Embrace that new energy so that you don't just get into these earthly trappings of what seems to be the good life, the best life, the whatever, but then there's still some sort of shield or stiffness or rigidity or silent longing, things like that. They want you to surrender because it's about moving into the ease of your nature, because whatever you've dreamt of is now here, and they want you to be in the space to enjoy it. And stop running the race of that energy that you had to do that was so tedious and exhausting for so long. When you have to go out beyond Pluto to drag in this new era, my friend, kudos to you, thanks to you. And that's why I'm inviting you in to this celebration of appreciation, to begin to sink into your body and into your tub and into your couch and out into the world and just look around and enjoy. Be amazed by all the beauty life has afforded you. All the work is done. Now it's time to enjoy, to imbibe in the deliciousness of all that you've created. All right, that's why Tessa, please, I'm ready for you to come enjoy life. Isn't that wild? But that's exactly how it would be. So we're going to get you a color card. Look at the bottom, brilliance, discover your sparkle. Remember how I told you people are going to see it and you're like, You never minded that you stood your own ground for your own ideas, your own opinions and things like that. But if people see you all glistening and giddy and shiny, you're like, no, only in my small intimate friend group. And they're like, oh no, it's going to be for the whole world to see. Why? You've been bringing in this entire world from beyond Pluto forever. If they can't see it, you can't enjoy it. And not enjoying them seeing you. No, you seeing it is what opens their eyes to the pleasure that's around. And that's the enjoyment. That's the bigger picture of living the life you've already been living, but doing it in the public eye. Not for public opinion. And not really for any reason. But it's just like I enjoy watching the egrets move by and the herons go by and this gorgeous water. All these things afford me refreshment for my soul. And there are people that will begin to wake up, especially the younger generation. I don't mean younger people. I mean people whose spiritual walks haven't matured or developed a lot. They're going to begin to pick up on witnessing these examples of those who have gone ahead and make these mature choices to begin to embrace and enjoy the natural world and the natural life. And they'll see it like when I was roller skating. This was years ago. Nobody was roller skating where I lived. And somebody looked at me strange for a minute, and then they finally said, it was somebody in their driveway, and they're like, I used to roller skate. And they're like, do you love it? I'm like, yes, I love it. It's so much fun. My kids are biking alongside me when they were little, and I'm out here just zooming along and whatever. And they're like, where did you get them? Do you see what I mean? That's really what it's talking about here. It's your beauty. Okay, friend. I guess that's why yours had to be long. Normally you're fast and short and sweet, and you're like, get to it and get out of here. And they're like, whoo, ease into your pleasure. Ease into your pleasure. Double the pleasure, double the fun. All right, Aquarius, how exciting. I look forward to listening back to this one. Why don't you consider joining my channel if you haven't already? To subscribe is always free. You could also give a little touch, a love to that like button. I would appreciate it. But I also enjoy very much hearing from you down in the comments. I love you.